Hi guys. There is a there is pandemics going on, but it's not quite the pandemic you might have first imagined. Um, it's a pandemic, and it is a pandemic because it's not just the US; it's UK, Europe, and Japan as well. It's a pandemic of male suicides. It's as it clearly states here. I think this page is pretty anti-gun. But it says it's just for gun safety. I don't know, but it says here there's 24,000 Americans killed by suicide each year, which I don't doubt at all. The over very nearly half of all gun incidents in America are with suicides. 46%, according to the Pew Research Centre. You can Google it yourself. That's whose statistics everybody uses. I can't help but think, if you look at the, hang on, I'm looking at the right page. If you look at the actual percentages, I can't help but believe that when you look at the ones listed, a huge percentage listed for unintentional injuries. That is pretty. It's hard to say, but I personally believe that's just a coroner being kind to the relatives, isn't it? Where if they don't leave a note, they can say it was an accidental death, which is obviously immensely more kind to the parents and to the offspring if they've got any. As I say, there's an absolute epidemic or pandemic of male suicide, and it's shockingly there's a hell of a lot of young people as well. I mean, look at this. Look at the number of them. They're up to 19. Life's only just beginning. I'm sure very well, very damn certain, but a big chunk of these are directly due to, well, the denigration and the toxic masculinity narrative that the far left have now. I mean, like there's a singer, well-known singer who I've got into recently called Tom McDonald. He actually sings about this or raps about this in his songs. And there's a black woman, a black Republican woman. I think she's going to end up in the Senate if she's well, anytime. And she's the only one. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Had to be a black woman to point out that there's a lot of racism in America. Yep, systematic racism. There is. There's racism against white men, about single Christian-based white men. And it's right. It's right. I mean, Tom McDonald sings. I think it's in his song "Snowflake." It's okay calling somebody racist as long as his skin's white. Anybody else, he'd give them the benefit of the doubt. But if he's older, or he's Christian based, or he's white, just label him as a racist and destroy his reputation, destroy his family, destroy his job, get him fired. This is what they do, isn't it? This Me Too generation. No wonder there's so many of these incels now. You say they're incels. There's a really cracking guy, and he's a Canadian guy. He's a forensic psychologist by trade, but he's a fantastic, like Tom McDonald. He's become fantastically successful because he's one of the few people in the whole planet Earth that actually tries to speak up for these much maligned, much attacked, rejected, surplus, toxic men. And I count myself as one of these, by the way. I'm just like an OAP, senior citizen variant. I'm there with you guys. But in my younger days, it wasn't so bad. You know, for used to be that if you were if you're a patriot, if you're prepared to stand by your beliefs and stand up for the weak and stand up for your principles and fight for democracy, fight for your queen or fight for your president, that what used to be seen as a good thing. But now, because it's nearly all the careers and most of the universities are dominated by these bossy, unfeminine, far left woke. We call them in the UK now, it's probably not popular, feminazis, because they're beyond feminists to belong. They're beyond far left feminists. They're feminazis. They actually, a lot of them are from career girl mothers that are career girls who have never, they've never had a father in the house at all. They've never had a father figure in the house ever, and probably never ever had a proper relationship other than a really one night quickie. I don't know. I'm not going into that, but it's not just in America. To put it into perspective, actually, as it says, what was it 20? It's 24,000. Was it? My memory's not very good these days. Was it 24? Yeah, it was 20. Yeah, 24,000 people are killed with suicide. Nearly all men, by the way. Women do it, but women tend to do it for attention. Us toxic males, when we tend to we decide to do something, we tend to like plan it well, and we don't usually make attempts. Usually they'll make one attempt to be suicide and it will be successful. But even this horrific figure of male suicide with firearms pales into insignificance when you compare it to the toll taken by human abortion. These actually figures for children. I remember in the US in 2021, sadly 4,300 children killed, either by the mates, friends shooting them, but more often than not accidental discharges or a few suicides under 18s. But in fact, in the same year in the USA, there were 931,000 abortions. And we know why, because they make money off it. Bill Gates pays for a big chunk of them. He's doing it all over the world, in Africa. And, to save the planet, kill the offspring to save the planet. I know a lot of you far left wokies don't consider these unborn, preborn as children, but I can assure you there's probably about 150 million people in America that do consider them as humans, even though they might still be partially formed. I'll let that go, guys, see how long this stays on. Usually when you talk about abortion, or if you talk about these far left, pro-LGBT, anti-straight, anti-white feminists, we don't usually stay on too long, but I'll give it a whirl. As they say, who dares wins or gets shot down in glory. See you guys. Bye-bye.